If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Scene Snobs podcast. I am your host, Nick Manhattan, and I am, of course, joined, as always, by the infamous and wonderful Thomas Jane. I mean, Casey the Madman Plot. How you doing, buddy?
Doors and corners, kid. That's where they get you. Just saying. I'm wonderful. How are you doing, my friend? It's
That's
so
a
great.
good impersonation of Miller. That's a really good one.
Well,
anybody who watches
that Julie Mao.
Man, you nailed it, man. You got that. You got that Expanse, Miller voice down. I love it. Now
I'm feeling it.
You got to get angry Jim Holden down, where you're just like, it's just angry all the time. It's really weird.
It is uncomfortable.
We have so many people joining us. We have a lot of people in the green room waiting for us.
Yes, we do.
And they're going to be waiting a long time.
But why do we have them waiting? Because we're celebrating tonight, Mick.
We are celebrating. We are celebrating Palentine's Day, everyone.
Palentine's Day.
It's where we love our friends, and that's what it's all about. Forget those significant others.
Who are also friends.
Who are also friends, sometimes.
Also friends.
But I get to do this show each week with my best friend, right here, Mr. Casey Plott. So,
funny.
I thought I'd share the love this week and bring in more of our friends on the show. And I'm super excited. So we're going to bring them on in just a few minutes, but we're going to talk about a few things first. First, I have to address an egregious lie that's going on.
Oh, okay. Which one is that?
Something was said about me earlier that is not true. And I'm actually pretty pissed off about it, to tell you the truth. Dan Gal says that he got dressed up for the Palentine's date, and Mick convinced him to keep the shirt on. I would never convince that man to keep his shirt on.
No, he's like Robbie Amell. Why would he have a shirt on?
No, you never keep your shirt on. In fact, he has to take it off. So when he does his pull-ups where he just jumps the bar up more and more, I got to watch it like that. Maybe throw tennis balls at him along the way. Anybody who doesn't get that does not know the Arrowverse very well.
Any of the Amels, really.
Any of the Amels.
All the Amels should remain shirtless and just continue to, show us what goals we should be trying to attain with our bodies. And never will. Never.
I'm on my second watch of Reacher, and I'm like, I'm going to be built like that, dude. Wow, dude. I mean, I knew it was a joke, but
you can do
God damn, on Palentine's Day? You son of a bitch. I gave you a compliment about being Miller.
Wait, buddy, you don't need to be that because you're different. You're better than that.
I'm like Baloo-ish. I'd really like to be Reacher-ish.
Baloo is amazing.
Baloo's great and all. He flies a plane, but, that heart ain't holding up past 45. Let's be these facts here. In fact, he's dead in the new DuckTales, so.
Oh, no, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I ruined it for you. Actually, there's some fun news coming out, man. Let's kind of cover it a little bit before we get started. So there's a trailer that just came out. I have a trailer reaction for it up on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel. You guys check it out. But Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie.
Dude, I just watched it. It looks incredible. And the fact that they have a cheese den equate to an opium den, it makes it brilliant. I have to watch it. I can't wait.
Listen, I think I'm a little bit different. My first reaction of it was a little bit like, what is this? Why are they so meta right now? Mm-hmm. I'm reserving it until I see it. But I'm like, I really would have, because I love DuckTales so much. DuckTales, in my opinion, is one of the best TV shows. The reboot is one of the best TV shows of the past decade.
Yeah.
That's going up against some serious shows.
I mean, that's a pretty serious statement, but all right.
But I think if people watched it, they would understand why. Like, it is a clear story from beginning to end. The arc all the way through is perfect. Well written. And I was like, they could do this with Rescue Rangers in the movie. I think that would be awesome. They're very clearly going a different route.
Yes, very clearly. I'm afraid to see what happened to Gidget, because I didn't really see her. So what happened to Gidget?
I think that they're saving it because I bet you a celebrity's going to play her voice.
Yeah.
So they're just going to show her in the flashbacks and then save it. And like, she's probably going to be CGI too, which would be interesting. By the end, they probably all will be.
Hopefully.
But there's some other news that came out, and I have some pictures.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
I never.
We are clearly Batman fans here.
Yeah.
And we got our first good look at Michael Keaton's Batman suit in the Batgirl.
What?
Yeah, we know he's coming back. Look at this. Look at this suit. Look how pretty it is.
Oh, no nipples on it.
No, well,
Just black and yellow.
Keaton didn't deal with that. That's still my favorite emblem.
Yeah, man.
I love the black and yellow.
Oh, that's gnarly. And they almost made it like the Adam West Batman. Like it's a meld of the Adam West 89. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, because it is a little shorter. I see what you're saying, definitely. And I like that there's sort of a bagginess to it, because he's older, he's thinner, probably not as much muscle mass, but like there's more armor to it. I definitely dig the suit. I think they're doing a great job with it. So
yeah,
what do you
that
think?
looks amazing. Wow, so excited. Well, he's my favorite, so that's gonna entice me. I will watch that show.
Yeah, I mean, who knows at this point what it's going to be? Wait, what's that? Did I hear that?
What's happening?
Something's happening. Oh, I think it's our first guest tonight, Mr. Dan Gal. What a truck, sir.
Happy Valentine's Day, big dog.
Happy Valentine's Day, gentlemen. I see you've come to my lecture on the socioeconomic impact of Reaganomics in 1989 in Ukraine. So welcome and cheers.
Bro, that's so glib. I wasn't even ready. I don't even know, man. Like,
I didn't
you're
read
like off your rocker.
My globe still has Sarajevo on it, so let's calm it down a little bit. So we are doing this. We have many guests for Palentine's Day tonight. We are royal rumbling this thing, so expect some music.
I love it.
Anyway, but Dan, Master Shake, thank you for joining us, my friend. You're dapper tonight, man. You look good.
I got dressed up for you guys. Look, elbow patches.
Oh yes, elbow
Always
patches
the teacher.
rule.
Always the
God,
teacher.
I wanted to, stay nice and fly for my pals.
And
Appreciate it, my friend.
My pal.
So, what's your take on this Batman suit?
I like it. The biggest thing is that 1989 Batman was like the first movie that I really remember a lot about. First movie I ever saw was No Holds Barred. Do you guys know that movie with Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
But
Do we know No Holds Barred?
I did 1989's Batman. I loved that movie when it came out. My mom got me the VHS for at Christmas or birthday, one of the two. And I would watch that VHS on repeat. And to me, Michael Keaton will always be Batman, I guess, because it is when I was a kid, I'm sure some people feel that way about Adam West.
I mean, I owned that Batmobile. That was my first Joker. That was all the little action figures I had were all of those from 89. So it just forever remained.
Plus,
I still say that opening sequence where they're flying through the emblem is still the best opening to any Batman movie.
Oh, it's great.
It's wonderful. What are you drinking tonight?
Martini, because it's date night with you fellas.
Ooh, I love it.
I didn't go dirty. I went,
This man knows his alcohol.
Extra dry?
All right, let's go through some of the
dry, not dirty.
Is it shaken, not stirred? I know.
It was master shaken. Not
Ooh.
like that.
Take the rice to the side with some combat boots. I feel you.
Yeah, I got my fancy cocktail, spear here with my olive on it, and I don't know. I just thought it was festive for you guys.
It is very festive.
I love it, man. I love it.
Greatly appreciated, and I love the blue mood lighting too.
Hey, the bar, man. I'm in the bar. I'm on the basement today. I'm in the bar, so I got all my liquor lit, and I want to show it off a little bit. And
hell yeah,
killing it, man. You got the blue, everything. It's looking pretty. You got a better lighting setup than I do, and this is my show.
I try.
You son of a bitch.
He comes stronger, he comes in real high.
I want to cut through some of the comments. Then I think somebody might be introduced next. Radar's here. What's going on? You want to do the Dr. Nick voice, my residence?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I can't do it. That's pretty good, Casey.
He's a voice actor.
Thank you very much. It's very nice. Dr. Nick here.
LFG. Legs fucking gone?
Looks fucking good.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. All right. That's Mrs. Shake. Thank you for joining. I swear I thought this was about Emperor Palpatine.
Right. If you read it fast, it definitely says Palpatine's Day.
He's sitting in the back waiting for us. Kathleen, thank you.
One of our pals. Hi, pal.
All right. I mean,
Miranda's one of our
give the audience what they want.
All right. I mean,
the audience does not want that. Not from me.
She sees this every day, so she doesn't care.
Paul's like, I'll take. No, Paul, you keep your shirt on. You already got a wacky vibe going on. I see it. AJ, is this Full Monty Snobs podcast are running? No, you'll love it. I'm telling you.
Nah, trust me. That's coming later. That's part of the musical thing.
She did not know Keaton was coming back, and he is. He's coming back in the Flash movie later this year.
Agreed. Better than everyone. Reaganomics.
Reaganomics is the best type of nomics. I can't even hold a straight face on that one. What's that smell? Dookie. Master Shake is my next call out excuse. Dan's a vibe. Kathleen.
What's it called?
One interruption from the Howling Hooligan. So far in less 10 minutes. Why do you kids? Person's here.
Hi, person.
Hi, person.
And kids hate sleeping because sleeping is dumb.
I do. Well, no, I don't hate sleeping. I just don't do it. But, it happens. What's that? What's happening here?
Oh.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Coming down the aisle?
Let's rock this one. It's Jason Taylor from the 3 Podcast. I'm not very good at the wrestling commentary.
It was
Gentlemen, thank you for having me on the podcast. I look forward to talking to Casey about the Princess Switch 4.
Yes,
right, so
I'm so excited. Dude, it's going to be amazing. Are you kidding me? It's going to be so much fun because now she's going to get married.
Oh, God, no. We're not doing that tonight. We have topics, and we're going to do them. It's Palentine's Day. All right.
Sure, we're 13 minutes in. We have 19 more guests to bring on. You think we're going to get topics done? Oh.
There he is. Gerard is here.
Wait. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Things have gone crazy. For anybody listening to this later, just watch the show and you'll see.
He's just ripping his shirt off. I love it.
All right, I'm playing more music.
Okay.
I'm literally tired of the Royal Rumble.
What up, Paul? Hey, buddy.
Paul Dunn is here. Gerard, Paul Dunn. Who else is here? Not Tim.
Didn't make it.
No Ant Flow stories for us.
No, God.
No, Dan told it last time and it was the best one. All right, guys. So thank you for coming to Palentine's Day and joining us, and let's have some fun tonight. It's going to be a great time. I do want to mention to everybody watching or listening, we have dropped a new merch design.
Yes.
So head over to thescenesnobsmerch.com or even thescenesnobs.com. We have links to it there. And you can buy anything with this. What's the strongest ship in the fleet? Friendship. Perfect representation for tonight. And now a lot of you may be asking, why is that a shirt? And we're going to tell you right now. Casey, I told you you're the one telling this story. Take it away, sir.
So not so long ago in a not so distant galaxy, actually a few cities away here in Northern Virginia, my good friend Michael Kimball decided to go out one evening and get absolutely positively shit-faced. Well, as he was out, which he was not as wont to do at this point in his life. So it was very funny when I suddenly received a strange phone call. And then a text message, another phone call, another text message. And I'm at home with my baby child at this point. And I finally have to read it. And it's the text message says, "What's the strongest ship in the fleet?" And then call me. So I had to call him, my drunken friend, and ask him, So, Mike, what's the strongest ship in the fleet? And he's like, friendship, and then hangs up on me.
Now,
I love it.
That was the first of 4 times that this would happen between phone calls, text messages, or him just the one time where his brother was trying to help him, and his brother's about half his size, wandering into my garage late night, absolutely hammered, can't stand, has just got like some sort of liquid down one side of his shirt and comes at me with, hey, what's the strongest ship in the fleet? Friendship, and hugs me in the most jarring, bone-crushing way, putting way too much strength and too much pressure on me. So I did understand what it was like to be mauled by a grizzly at that point. So,
I got a question.
Learned a lot there. Yes, sir.
what you got for us?
You said there was a strange liquid on his shirt, and then he magically hugged you.
Yes.
Were you guys involved in an orgy before this or after this?
No,
this was straight up hammered. That wasn't even like throw up or anything. That was alcohol. It was straight up.
It was just booze.
Strange things.
What Casey's leaving out is he wasn't the only call I made that night.
Yeah, no, it was one of about 9?
I was calling like all my close friends and just be like, what's the strongest ship in the fleet?
Lenny got a call. Joe got a call. It just went around.
Remember Joe got a call and I'm just like, I'm so glad you found hockey so we can talk about it. I was hammered, but that's since then, since our old podcast and everything, what's the strongest ship in the fleet comes back to haunt me quite a bit.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. So now we have, and I ordered the shirt. I'm ready to go. I'll be wearing it on the show because it's true. The TSS Friendship is leaving port and just going to go out there and he's going to tell everybody.
Bringing all our pals.
He's going to go to the Ukraine. I don't know how. I don't even know. Is Ukraine landlocked? I don't even know where Ukraine is. By Russia. Somewhere. Listen, Sarajevo is on my globe. Shut up.
Casey, I feel like we failed him somehow.
It's a long list of failures,
Catholic
bro.
school failed me. Catholic school failed.
That tends to.
It's all right, Mick. I didn't even know Ukraine was near Russia until I heard that we should get out of Ukraine because of Russia. And I'm like, they must be next to each other.
Well, Jason, I'm kidding.
I'm not. That's serious.
Now, if you asked me to go to Ukraine in a boat, I'd probably end up in Greece because I'm not telling you I know how to get places. I'm just saying.
It's a good place to hang out. I mean, it'd be beautiful, except for all the fires. But
listen, I'll just be by the beach. There's got to be no fires on the beach.
One would think.
One would think. Who knows?
Have you heard of that Greek fire thing? I'm pretty sure, if it started there, it could happen anywhere. Just saying. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, we got a lot going on. Paul, you've been extra quiet tonight. You're just enjoying it. You're enjoying the road here. Road traveled.
Absolutely am. Miss you guys.
Well, let's get started. I want to talk about, we have 3 topics tonight. Our first topic is going to be, what is the best movie to represent friendship? And I don't want to just go around the horn, shout them out at me. No, I want to actually have a conversation about this, and let's get to the real points. Like, I want real representations of friendship. Like, to me, Lethal Weapon is a great representation of friendship. That's series because they grow through it. They are friends. They care about each other. Like, there have been a few things that have been thrown out to me today when we were talking about this. And I was like, I don't know if that's the best representation. Because one was a Sean Astin film, but it wasn't Samwise Gamgee. And if it's not Samwise, that is not the best representation of friendship. Right, Dan?
Oh, my God. Mick, come on, man. I didn't listen. Goonies never say die, buddy.
Boom.
Goonies never say die.
That's a good one.
I mean, they couldn't say die because of that terrible town they lived in.
Yeah.
Their parents didn't give a crap about them. The sheriff was always annoyed by children and wouldn't take them seriously. It was terrible. What an awful town.
When I was a kid, I looked at that town and I'm like, all right, this town, I understand why they're fighting to stay there. And I do understand to a point, like, as a kid, like, you want to fight for the home that you know and you grew up with, your friends. As a parent and an adult, That is hysterical.
That's a fail.
That
Calm down.
That was a fail.
That's a party fail. Like the party's now over. We have to go home.
We are not going anywhere. This is
playing it off, and we're not letting.
Palentine's. Nobody can go places.
Palentine's. We're staying here. We support our friend for dropping his drink.
Yes.
Right, Dan?
It didn't spill. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
Awesome.
It helps that there was none left. But
Olive ran across the room there.
I've got two. I got a really deep one, which is
What's
My
that?
Girl, the first one.
ooh, strong.
Really good
Where's
movie.
glasses? He needs his glasses. I say that to my wife to drive her nuts sometimes because she's like, "That's such a sad part of the movie." I'm like, "Where's the glasses? He needs his glasses." And she's watching that show, Inventing Anna, right now, and Anna Chomsky's on it. And I'm just like, "Okay, Beta."
Hates that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I read a interview with her that they did recently because Mick, that show, she's doing publicity for it right now.
Oh, nice.
And so she was like, "Yeah, I hate people. I don't love that movie. People walk up to me and they're like, he can't see without his glasses." And she's like, "That is my least favorite phrase in the world."
Probably. I believe that.
Yeah.
You got to get over that shit. You got to. I'm
If it's
sorry.
your hit, I don't know if it's your hit. You should embrace it, right? Like,
This is I mean that's your like only hit. Like she was in the show In the Loop, and she was on Veep.
No, Veep, yeah.
Yeah, no, but that she wasn't the like Julia Louis-Dreyfus is who you think of on Veep. And
But you got to look at it from a kid's point of view. Like it was something I said as a kid, and I don't want to hear it every time.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
like Jaleel White doesn't like hearing "Did I do that?" every time.
Yeah, he doesn't.
somebody walks up to him.
yeah, but when you collect that money whenever it's fucking said? Yeah, then shut the fuck up. Because that's it. That's
But
what
not
you
from
want.
the 10,000th fan in line waiting to say it to you again. It's like, come on.
Or do
Think
it
of
like
something else.
be funny like Macaulay Culkin's doing and making like short videos where now he's like Jigsaw, or something like that. Like, enjoy it. And Jaleel White has actually been getting into it more and more, so I'll give it to him. But I'm sorry, Anna. Like, that's your biggest hit right now. And I'm glad you're in other things. You're a wonderful actor, and we should remember you for your whole filmography. But we're not gonna. So go get his goddamn glasses and put them on his face.
I don't know. I think My Girl 2 was bigger.
The mood ring falling in a tar pit.
The mood ring.
I'm the only one besides Casey that remembers that. Everybody else here was like, there was a My Girl too? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it. I don't remember it.
Yeah, the mood ring. That was the thing. Like, I forgot.
The mood ring was in the first one. But the second one is when she loses it. Like the kid from Last Action Hero is in it and plays like her love interest in that. And like he's holding the mood ring and he drops it into the La Brea tar pit.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's like, it's gone forever.
I do have 2 words for you guys though about friendship movies.
Yes.
What's
Are
that?
you ready for this?
Yes.
Ding, ding.
Is it Toy Story?
It's Rocky 3, man.
Master Shakes. Mrs. Shake.
That bro hug on the beach? Come on.
I mean, that was that bro run, and then that whole workout series. Yeah, that was pretty strong.
That was not friendship. First of all, the friendship was better represented in 4.
Throw the damn towel.
When he avenges his death, I mean, they build the friendship in 3. That's better.
Or if you want to look at it, like he trains his son in Creed and Creed 2. Like that right there is saying, like, I loved this guy. In 3, it's like pure adrenaline and steroids. That's why they're jumping around on the beach.
And cocaine.
Okay.
Mountains of cocaine.
Lots of cocaine. It was the 80s.
Yeah. I actually said,
back then.
Wait, which one had the robot? Because that was pretty friendly too.
That's
4.
Paulie had the robot. Yeah.
That was
oh
quality.
my God. And wasn't that the robot from Saved by the Bell? It looked like it.
Yeah, it had to have been. I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure.
a
it was the same one.
repurposed Saved by the Bell Screech's robot. Dustin Diamond, you died too young.
That's from My Girl to Saved by the Bell, man. We cover it all.
Yeah, right.
Bill and Ted was my other one that I was going to mention.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good
Love
one.
it.
I would argue that
Don't
they
put
didn't
This
make-
argument to travel in your time together.
but if they didn't make a third one where it shows that they are still truly the same best friends.
Yeah, the third one really shows their friendship, like how close they are. They go to couples therapy.
Because you can say high school, college age, like maybe when they finally grow up, they're not as close. But that's not true in 3. Paul, you're too quiet. Give me a movie.
Mine too were I chose a Stand By Me as the first one.
That's the worst one for friendship.
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me? They don't even stay friends past that adventure. He finishes it off. He's like, the last time I saw him, I heard he went to Vietnam.
I have a memory of it, man. I'm with him. I'm with you, Paul. I'm there.
Right. No, it's a good movie. I love that movie. Don't get me wrong. But I always question that movie at the end because they all first of all, they're in like the 5th grade. And they all spread apart like, we'll never see each other again. We're leaving for college tomorrow. And it's like, and they talk about it. Like the way he talks about it is like to me, The Sandlot is the same way. Where they all like, okay, that summer's over, so we're never going to see each other again. There's school. You're not going to see each other at school. Like, come on. Like, you couldn't say like we remain friends until they don't even say that. They're just like we never see him again.
We remain friends until second hour PE.
I mean, it's not quite as bad as saying like Sleepwalkers,
right?
Jesus Christ. Well, you know what? You know what friendship was birthed out of Sleepwalkers? Casey and Brian Krause. Those guys were hanging out in LA together, walking around, just having.
No, sorry, not even Sleepwalkers, Sleepers.
Oh my
that's
God,
the one I was talking about.
One.
Sleepers.
Oh my God, Kevin Bacon, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, my other one that hopefully you'll agree with is Shaun of the Dead, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Because even in death, when they were separated, they're still friends.
Yeah, he still goes to the shed all the time.
From Stand By Me would be It.
Stand By Me is a great movie. It? Did you say It? That's the worst choice.
No, man, they get so close, and when they come back together, that closeness like clicks in like right away, and it's back to where they left off.
Listen, there's people in high school. I don't even remember who they are that are friending me, and it's like, do we know each other? Like, are we the same age? Because you look about 39. Oh yeah, we are the same age because I'm 39. So that joke bombed. You can all just say, "Oh." I'm very ashamed of myself. Great job, friends.
You look like you're 28, Mick.
But
real friends call you out.
I get it to an extent, but they do forget each other. So I don't know that's, and I know it's not their fault that they forget each other. When they leave, they just sort of forgot. Right. But I don't know that that's a great representation of friendship. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, like Paul. But Stand By Me.
Why you
the only reason is because they don't forget each other.
Bro.
If he didn't say about River Phoenix's character in his monologue at the end, he came back years later and it's like, he got stabbed in a McDonald's or whatever. It was like, he treated it like, I read his obituary and he died. That's not like if I'm reading Casey's obituary 30 years from now and I'm just like, oh shit, that dude died.
Wow.
And exactly. And that's not exactly a great friendship.
but in the moment it's a great friendship in the moment.
Right.
No, I got you back, Paul. I got you.
Thank you. You understand. Because they went through all the trials and tribulations together and helped each other grow.
Yeah. It's a memory to always remember.
I might have to say Goonies is a better representation because they were fighting to keep the friendship. The other ones were just trying to get like paid. They're like, let's find his body and get paid. And then when they didn't, they were like, all right, it's cool seeing you. Bye, Corey Feldman.
It's cool seeing you. That's fair.
Corey Feldman's just trying to reenact the friendship in that one, and it's just like, nah.
Gerard, what were you going to say to that?
I don't know if I feel that the Goonies is the best representation of friendship because it was more so guys just stuck in a situation than
kind of like this.
A true friendship. I refuse you. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Wait a minute. There's my camera. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. We are friends.
I've missed Jared like so much.
Well, I mean, I can say that definitely. I talk to you guys all the time, basically.
So I will qualify my two movies for the best friendship movies. A friend is someone that you can call on at any point in time for any reason, and they know where you live.
Yeah.
So my two are This Is War with Tom Hardy and Chris Pine, because if you can't shoot your friend in the neck with a tranquilizer dart, what good are they?
And you're still friends after that.
True.
Afterwards, yeah.
And my second one is The Town.
Yes.
With Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
For the simple fact he walks into his friend's apartment and says, look, you cannot ask me any questions, but we're going to go hurt some people. And his friend thinks about it and was like, okay, whose car are we going to take? That is the best friend in the entire adult world.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's up there with
Batman and
James
Robin,
Silent Bob.
Chris O'Donnell and Val Kilmer, they were best friends.
Yeah.
Same with George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell.
The Town is a good. AJ's got a good one here, and I will get to a lot of your comments,
I
guys.
can't do.
What about Karate Kid, Miyagi, and Dan? They were, and now that we're seeing in Cobra Kai, they remain that way. But I would say that's more a
Mentor,
mentee.
even a father-son relationship.
Yeah,
it's like he knew his kids. He lived in his house. AJ did say "Stand by Me." Come on, AJ, man, I'm proving the point here. They didn't like each other. They just wanted to find a body together. They knew they needed 4 people to carry that body away. That's what it was. It's like, hey, you want to come? Hey, fat kid, you want to come? And Jerry O'Connell's like, you wait. Just you wait.
I'm going to look so good.
Radar says,
I'm going to keep drinking milk and you're never going to recognize me.
Yeah.
My wife has a good point.
Well, Marty and Doc is a good thing for friendship.
The Sausage Fest one?
Which one are we
Romeo and Michelle, man.
Yep. That's a strong one.
That's a toxic. Nope, that's a toxic relationship in my opinion.
Way. They loved each other. They put
That's a great line. Oh my god.
They loved each other, but were they good for each other as friends?
Yes.
Did they build each other up? Did they
absolutely?
Did they fake it with their helicopters and shit?
What?
Or whatever, their limos or whatever it was. I forget.
Good. They show up with that cell phone in the limo.
And actually, Jesse K says Step Brothers is the best movie example of a toxic friend, and that's true too.
Thanks for tuning in, Jesse. Jesse's a friend from work.
Thank you.
Transpotting is more toxic than anything else.
Hi, Jesse.
I was going to say train spotting would be terrible. That's an awful
train spotting is the most enabling.
Or how about Shallow Grave? Like, oh, well, we just got this new roommate that we're just going to bury.
I'm going to disagree with Connie or Corrine.
I agree. I disagree too.
For one reason, I think that Arsenio in Coming to America was more of a servant relationship, and he really didn't have a choice.
He suckled at the teat.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a subject. He was a royal subject or whatever.
They were still friends, though. So I will say
they were
still friends.
Still friends, but
I'd say they became friends.
Yeah,
because in the beginning of that movie, like it just kind of seems he was a hang around.
That's fair.
But like in the second movie, it was like, all right, they are pretty close.
I really think Toy Story, like Kathleen said, that's one of the tops.
And it's such a good one because it's like Lethal Weapon. It builds that friendship.
Yep.
Yes.
And in the end, like when in the fourth one, when Woody's like, "Hey, I got to roll. I got to go with Bo Peep." There's Buzz. He has to say bye to Buzz. It's the most important thing.
Yep. I've got one that I think no one's really touched on, but I think it absolutely epitomizes friendship, and that would be Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Well, it's not here. Let's get into the princess switch, Casey.
I'm 100% with you on this one.
No, yeah. All right. I think we just all right. Let's move to the
If it
next
would be any
topic.
Star
We
Trek
nailed it.
movie, wouldn't it be? What was the one where they opened with 6 when Shatner's climbing the mountain?
That's 5.
5. That is a great one of them just hanging out. I've always said that the movie sucks. But them,
I like it. I like every Star Trek movie.
Okay, well, I do too. Nichelle Nichols' fan dance is hot, but
true.
Shatner meets God. I mean, how bad can it be, right?
With a God who does this.
Is it Shatner meets God or Shatner thinks he's God?
All the above, my friend.
Yeah,
it's a rough one. It's a rough. They definitely did 6 better. But no, I would say Wrath of Khan because that ending. Tell me there isn't a better representation on screen. And don't talk about Apollo Creed and Rocky jumping around on a beach. Come on, they're touching the glass. They're friends.
Starship Troopers, we have,
No, you get that shit out of here.
Rico and freaking Ace. Come on.
Get that shit out of here.
You want to live forever, Casey?
I've got it. I've got the answer. It's Top Gun. It's the best friendship movie.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if all your friends die.
We replaced Goose so fast.
I'm kidding.
I mentioned one earlier to Mick, and I'm curious to see how many of you have actually watched it. Without a Paddle.
I love that movie. That's such a good movie.
I don't know if you guys have like this with your friends from like, high school or college or whatever, where there's this distance. And then when you get back together, like Without a Paddle, I watched that movie and grown man tears were like, my friends, man.
When that
did a great job.
came
That
out.
was that Dax Shepard?
Yeah. It's Dax Shepard, Seth Green, and Matthew Lillard.
Did he write that though? Or was that one of his
I don't know
movies?
if he wrote that.
I'll find out.
Jason can be our resident looker upper.
I'll throw out another one for you. Strange Days with Angela Bassett and Ray Fiennes.
Oh, great!
Angela Bassett doesn't get enough credit for that movie, and I want her to get more credit. That movie is phenomenal.
So you're just straight up throwing out random movies for Angela Bassett?
Oh, absolutely.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
She was great in that movie.
But she was a terrible friend. Like her friend dies in the next room, and she does nothing.
Without a Paddle was not written by Dax Shepard and currently has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. We need to fix that.
Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Without a Paddle is a great movie.
Right.
It is a wonderful, wonderful movie.
How about this? It's on HBO Max now. Friday.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it. That was one Lenny and I watched that in theaters, and then we got. Wait, hold on. Lenny and I watched that in theaters, and then we got everybody together from friends of ours from high school and went camping. And that became a tradition for quite a few years until I left.
Awesome.
Well, now go, Gerard. I couldn't hear you when I was talking.
Oh, no, I was just thinking out loud. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. Because
you should do that. That's the whole point.
Hey guys, what about Thelma and Louise?
No, that's the worst type of friendship. They were murdering people and drove off a cliff for each other.
Yeah, but they loved it.
I mean, it certainly shows the degree of their friendship, though.
What about
is it two women just like hurt and just sharing mutual hurt with other people?
Yeah, I guess that's not.
Yeah, that's. I would say two like abused. Well, no, they weren't abused. Like Gina Davis was abused, and Susan Sarandon just was bored.
I got one, bro. Ready? Alien. Sigourney Weaver and the cat.
Jonesy?
Yeah.
Jonesy.
You know who the best character in that series is? Newt. Newt's the best character.
Nick,
watch Dan's head pop.
Nick, don't even start.
Oh my God.
How about Big Trouble in Little China? That's the beautiful beginning of a friendship.
Yes.
That is true. Ted. AJ throws out Ted. That is a good representation of friendship. But there's a lot of enabling in that.
Yeah, I don't know if your best friend should enable you. It rides that Thelma and Louise issue.
Even worse, Billy and Stu. That's ultra enabling. Like, yeah, we should kill people. Let's do that. The old guys from the Muppets. I'm a little scared of them. Rotten Tomatoes is the entertainment version of Yelp. I don't trust any reviews either. All right.
You're trying to find someone with some class. Go read something else.
You're good at that.
Ooh, Grumpy Old Men.
Oh,
that's the worst.
Movie.
That's a good one.
That's a good
one. I agree with that.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot this one. City Slickers.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one, but is that a good representation of friendship? Or just people banding together when needed?
Well, no, because Casey Seismeko, Billy Crystal, and Daniel Stern. They were all besties. So, and they did that twice.
No, that was Bruno Kirby. Casey Seismeko was Young Guns. Ooh, another one.
Oh yeah, Young Guns. That's a terrible representation of friendship because if we were all outlaws.
It's true.
Well, if you want to throw that one out, then I give you Desperado.
Who are they friends with?
Oh, because he calls the mariachi band.
The other mariachi.
That's right. Yeah. Well, then we should just go with El Mariachi then, right?
Well, because in Desperado, he has to call them back in. So that's that show of friendship, how tight your friends are to just roll up with those sweet fucking guitar cases.
And if we're gonna go, if we're going Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, we're not Odd Couple. We're not going Grumpy Old Men. Odd Couple is the one to go with.
All right.
So can we count swingers?
Don't they wind up? But they separate at the end, and they kind of hate each other.
Yeah, but then they come back together in the sequel, and they love each other again.
That's fair.
Dude, I thought they separated, but they separated not because they hated each other, but because it was like, yeah, we got to go.
Well, they were just prideful and in their own heads and got in their own way.
It's fair.
Us silly men.
If you want another one, Beavis and Butthead.
Yes,
because they are not related,
and they're coming back.
They are as middle-aged men. I can't wait.
Middle-aged men.
God. I don't know if I'm ready for Beavis.
I'm not ready.
Oh, I am.
No, it's gonna be like really good. You guys are gonna watch it and be like, "Oh, wow!"
Good horror is the crap. I don't know that they're good friends in that.
No.
I got one. Christine, the guy in his car.
That is a toxic relationship if I've ever seen one. And that's not. I wouldn't call that a friendship. I would call that a relationship.
Yeah.
True.
He was definitely nailing that tailpipe. If you know what's up.
He was banging the car for sure.
What about the Frog Brothers? If we're just gonna call that out, can we say the Lost Boys then?
Yes, the Lost Brothers.
I am taking that off the table because they're actual brothers.
Well, see, I didn't know that, so that's not my.
You gotta love your brother. I mean, I'm told. I know Dan does.
What about Star? Star wasn't related to any of them. There's a friendship there.
That's a relationship, in my opinion.
Damn.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb and Dumber.
That's a good one. Yeah,
good one.
The most toxic friendship on screen is Tomcats. It's hilarious. Yeah, Tomcats was a funny movie. That was one where they. What was the bet? Like they all had a bet that
who would get
the last person to get married owed the rest like some crazy amount of money, or no, the last person to get money won a crazy amount of money, and so they were like trying to.
Oh,
there was like two left. There's Jerry O'Connell's character and I think Jake Busey's character.
Yeah,
and they tried to get him to get married. Like,
and then didn't they just repeat that whole cast for buying the cow? Like it was just Bill Bellamy, I think, was in that one too.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know which came first. Listen, I think we all know. I think we all know the best friendship in movie history, and I'm not even saying that I want it to be. It's got to be Frodo and Sam. I mean, that dude walked to a volcanic mountain with his best friend, and made sure he did the job.
I haven't been able to stay awake through one.
I feel like
what friendship is like.
Did Frodo reciprocate or take advantage?
Yeah, he talked about loving Sam. Like,
he
tells Sam he loves him.
Yeah, he needed that friend.
Mm-hmm. Now, was Sam a better friend to Frodo? Yes, but Sam was more like a more pure of heart type of character. And plus, Frodo, in fairness, was being corrupted.
Yeah, the whole time he's being corrupted by the ring.
So
I think it was just an abuse of the capitalist system because
Jesus Christ, Dan.
You really was darker here.
I believe in a free market as much as
NATO's
the
a
next
bad
guy.
thing.
Come
You
on.
can't trust those organizations with treaties. I tell you.
It wasn't like Frodo is union bashing heads. All right, calm down.
A movie series that's really good about friendship, and one that I actually, every time a sequel comes out, I reunite with my same group of high school friends that I saw the first one with. Like when Reunion came out, we all got together and went and saw it, which is the American Pie series.
Yeah,
that's a good representation of high school friends, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that a great friendships.
They're kind of like.
Well, if you want to throw out American Pie, then you have to throw out Fast and the Furious also.
Yeah, family.
Timmy would say Fast and Furious is family. That's what Timmy would say.
Yeah, they're taken off the table because he clearly says they're family, and I have to believe him.
He says it about 475 times.
He's drinking a Corona when he says it. You got to believe it.
And they're not. It's not the best representation of friendship because either some of them die or The Rock just won't come back. So there's no friendships. No, that is a good one. But I would say like the dedication. In my opinion, I'm not saying I'm right or it's number one or anything, but that's
the top contender.
You know, The Sweetest Thing is in there too.
That is a good one too.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
That one fits pretty strong.
A League of Their Own.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. No, it is
okay. Okay, I mean the main characters are sisters. So.
Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, and Gina Davis's character become very dedicated friends.
Fair. Okay.
Care about each other.
Okay.
And even the whole team, just like Stand By Me, in the moment, it's like a super close friendship.
Yeah, but once that war ended and the men came back, those friendships.
Places.
It's a terrible friendship.
It built on itself. They came together, looking good, Lewis.
Feeling good, Mortimer.
How do we not see it? Because it was just like completed Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They remained friends. You know,
they really came back as friends. 30 years later.
And we found out that Winston was fronting the money for him the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a friend right there. That's a friend who cares.
From left field, Brewster's Millions.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
John Candy and Richard Pryor and that are good friends. I like that he doesn't.
Weekend at Bernie's.
No. And I'm saying no to that and to AJ's right here in Horrible Bosses. If you're committing a crime together, that's a bond that you're kind of stuck with.
Miranda, I completely agree with Booksmart. That movie is a fantastic representation of friendship.
What about apt pupil? What do we say? Apt pupil is one?
No, you sick bastard.
What?
We know what apt pupil
there's
is.
Just there's a little age gap, but
a little Nazism in there.
They're just, they're exchanging cultures.
Get the fuck out. He's teaching.
If we're going with that, Pulp Fiction then, right?
Yeah.
they didn't even know each other.
No, Jules and what is his name? Vincent were the best of friends.
No, they weren't. They just met on that job.
Oh yeah, they did. Whoops.
Well, they seem like great friends.
What about the Hangover then?
They killed the one guy together.
The Hangover.
Princess and Three Amigos. If they weren't the best friends before that, they definitely ended up, because that's some shit that will make you best friends.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going fast. I think our second topic was going to be trying to relabel millennials. And now this comes from Dan. Dan, tell him how this came about.
How many of you are fans of the 90s series? I'm having a brain fart. With Jordan Catalano and Angela Chase.
My So-Called Life.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I saw a debate online, or a fight between Generation X and millennials over who owned the halftime show in their generation. And that's what made me, when this topic came up, I'm like, this is going to be great.
So there was a writer for, I want to say it was the Post, who took over labeling our generation the Catalano generation, in specific the people born from 1975 to 1985, because right now we're known as Zennials. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a dumb name anyway. But I love the idea of Catalano generation, because I feel like at least a lot of the people that I know either wanted to date Jordan Catalano or wanted to be Jordan Catalano.
I wanted to be neither. I wanted to be Angel from Buffy.
That's where I was. I wanted to be Angel all day.
Really? You guys were broody and stuff like that? Oh, come
totally.
on.
And I was born in 82. I think
I had some awesome sweatshirts that were ribbed sweatshirts, and then throw my big long duster over top of it and just sit in the corner like I'm very deep.
I just wanted to date Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like, it had nothing to do with
Yeah, that's why I wanted to be Angel. I was like, he's
and Cordelia.
I want this.
Come on.
Mystery Man. All right, I'm not saying you're wrong, because I remember My So-Called Life. It wasn't really one of the shows that I was drawn to. But who here is going to be 40 this year? Who here is going to be 39 this year? Who here is going to be 29 this year? Paul, I'm just kidding. Paul,
what are you, 20, 24?
I'm 31 this year. Leave me alone.
Paul is no. I'm glad you're here, because you're a good representative of the next generation.
Post us.
Post us.
Bad representation of the next generation.
Yeah, we'll be dead and you'll be podcasting.
He's a vintage. Yeah. We're giving you the Scene Snobs here. So I say I don't know that Jordan Catalano is, in my opinion, and I'm not saying I'm right in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying maybe we should throw out some other ideas And I think the other day, Dan, when we were texting, I said, maybe we'll do Pete and Pete generation.
I like that.
What the fuck just happened?
Pete generation would be great.
Well, if we're going by females in the 90s that we all love, Topanga Lawrence, like let's name it after her.
Yes.
The Topanga generation, 100%.
My brother would get so mad about that because he would say real millennials. So real millennials, like people post 1985, like he would say they own that show. He'd say
Bullcorn.
That's a lie. I'll fight him for it.
Yeah. Who that was born in the 80s didn't buy her Maxim magazine that came out a few years back?
I don't remember. No, I did not do that because I'm an adult. But
yeah, I have to admit, I've only ever bought one swimsuit thing ever, and I'll let my wife put which swimsuit that was in the comments because it's kind of I don't know. It's like kind of telling because my wife.
I definitely got Charisma Carpenter's Playboy. I will be more than open about that. It was awesome.
I had it.
To date myself.
My mom took it from me. I don't know what happened to it.
Jesus Christ, dude!
I had a little cubby in my basement, and it just disappeared, and I was so mad.
That came out when we were like 25.
It's worth something now too.
Is it really? Whoops.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm looking this up. I want to know what year that came out.
Oh, I had a supplier when I was in early high school.
No, you were not. Because if we're both going to be 40 this year, you absolutely were not in high school when that came out. I guarantee it. That came out in 2004. Wow. 2004. I was 22 years old. So that means
maybe it wasn't
you were
her.
22 years old.
Then it wasn't hers. It was another person. So I can't remember who that was.
Because I was going to say, if your mom took that from you at 22, we have to have a talk.
I had a supplier when I was in middle school, high school, and then every time I'd put it in my cubby, it always vanished, and I'd always get another one, put it in there.
You put them under your mattress, dude.
That was the first place I tried, Mick.
Top of the air duct, bro. Top of the air duct. No one checks
air duct was always good, but when you had the heat during the winter, you couldn't hide them up there.
Oh, bro, it was fine. You just had to shimmy them down to the junction.
You had it down then, dude. On that farm, you were ready to go. Dan's like, I didn't hide my Playboys. I walked around with them. Fuck you, people.
I never seriously. I never had any of that stuff. I never had any of that stuff.
You never had a Playboy? What'd you jerk off to?
I didn't.
Without giving too much information, I never had problems getting girlfriends, Mick. So
that had nothing to do with it. So wait, do I look like a mongrel to you?
I know that's a hard flex, but I don't care. It's
fine. You at least saw Bikini Drive-In, right?
Dan, there is no way I'm going to shame you or anything like that and saying like, oh man, you're the type of guy that had to have Playboys. No, I'm definitely the type of guy that had Playboys. So
the only thing I did have that maybe you guys didn't have.
I'm married to a beautiful woman. And I still like to masturbate, Dan. I don't know what you're talking about.
The articles were great too, Dan.
Yeah, the articles were really good. Did you read the Bruce Campbell article in 1999? I bet you didn't. I did.
So I had my own TV in my own room, and my parents.
Spice Channel. There it is.
That's it. That's what happened.
We're not letting you have it, Dan. We're going to mute you.
It was Cinemax After Dark.
It was Blue Titty Spice Channel scrambled all the way.
Scrambled for days. You see the fuzz coming down like this?
Oh, that was a nipple. That was a nipple.
Oh my god!
Occasionally get like a moan. It'd be like, meow. It's like, yes.
I am going for the. Oh shit, Miranda! Yes, we're no longer Zennials. We're the Midnight Society.
I like it.
Yes.
The Snick generation.
The Snick generation all day.
No. I just want to be the Midnight Society.
Cool.
I'm down.
That's the best generation. But Snick generation is cool too. I like that. I was infatuated with The Secret Life of Alex.
Agreed. Yep.
What is
Loved that show.
Loved it.
I watched it every once in a while, but it didn't really catch me.
There must have been some shows
man.
I was missing because I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's
what?
so
The Secret Life of Alex Mack?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I know what it is.
I like how me and the youngest person here are both saying it. The oldest person and the youngest person here are both like, I don't know what that is. So maybe I'm ahead of you.
What's the actress's name? She's in 10 Things I Hate About You, right?
Yeah, Larissa Oleanic.
Yeah, Oleanic. Yeah, she.
I know that movie. Who's she in that movie?
Other fat material was the Marvel swimsuit issue.
No. On the Scene Snobs podcast, we don't say fat material. We are the Midnight Society generation.
We say
whacking it. And we say either whacking it or masturbating or jerking off.
Hammering down.
Can we add Master Shake to that? Because I really want to start the Master Shake thing to that.
Or we call it
I gotta wring out the rag before I go out.
I gotta go Master Shake it real quick.
Right.
Oh my God, yes. That is all that the Scene Snobs podcast is going to do from now on. When we talk about masturbation, is master shaking.
Master shaking.
Status first thing
for the man who, dude, Dan is Bokeem Woodbine from The Big Hit, and when he's just discovers masturbating at like 40, and he's just like now like doing like the exercises with his wrist because he's like, I fuck women. No, I'm just gonna jerk off the rest of my life. That's it.
Speaking of, Debbie Does Dallas is a great friendship movie.
Listen, you calm down, all right? We're not getting that
far.
Yeah, I like how Dan shamed 5 of us tonight. It was just
I didn't shame anybody. I'm just saying I never had magazines. I never did.
No, that's okay.
But that doesn't mean you didn't jerk off, and I don't want to hear it.
They were collectibles.
I got a Master Shake my watch.
Damn it.
I hope my girlfriend's still watching. Hope she didn't tune out.
Dude, I want to pull up a picture of me from high school now that Dan said that and been like, this guy was cute enough, but it's like Mac from It's Always Sunny when they're doing the child molestation of the gym coach. And he's like, pulls out his baby picture or whatever. And he's like, this was cute enough to get fucked by a gym teacher. That show is so
I wonder why they didn't do touch when he was a kid.
I'm regretting hitting that subscribe button now. Don't, please.
No.
Comedy.
You'll feel better about it later.
You will. You are not unpure after this. Trust me.
Sleep on it, absorb the information, and enjoy the laugh.
This is what happens. I'm so glad I didn't invite some of our female friends on the show tonight. Although they probably would have joined in.
Uh-oh. That's coming out. Are we getting naked again?
He took the coat off.
I'm getting hot. I'm getting all worked up.
You're not going to tell me that this guy right here, this beautiful motherfucker who's in the gym 99% of the time, because look at him. Look at this. Look, flex for us. Let me see this. You're that guy right there. I would make you bigger. Let me make you bigger.
You can see it through that.
Let's make him bigger. Kid, come on.
He's not talking about me.
There is too much hot on this.
Look at this beautiful man meat motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me. Yeah, you stay over there. No, this is my show. You go back.
Get over there.
Ladies, are you interested in a date with Dan, the Master Shake Man?
I do prefer Dan on top of me.
This beautiful bastard right here has only jerked off 3 times in his life.
Now,
all 3 of those times.
Not true, but I don't know, man. We didn't have my brother didn't either. We didn't have
because you're both specimens. That's what I would call you two. Your brother looks like friggin' Clark Kent. Oh my God, your wife is.
I love you, Miranda.
I'll kill you all.
Well, she can just hear it upstairs now. I guarantee you, the second this is done, it's just gonna be.
Well, I guess the show's going on.
Just tackle you.
Welcome to our 72-hour Scene Snobs fundraiser. Get to your local ASPCA or homeless shelter. But we're here for the rest of the night, I guess, because we don't want Dan to die.
Yeah, don't worry, we got the back, bro.
I will say though that when I did those, Casey, you remember it was like 8 car bombs in a row.
Oh my God, you were so tanked that night.
It was amazing.
And then I was on your show later. I felt like I did pretty good at midnight though.
You did.
You did,
and you were like taking lead on that one too.
Yeah.
You were set. You're like texting me. You're like, I don't want to wear the onesie. I'm very hot right now. I'm like, I bet you're hammered. And you were ready to go.
Kept stripping down.
Dan's gonna filibuster. No, please leave alone.
We have Cat in the Hat coming up. We got Green Eggs and Ham. Let's do this. Susical time.
Oh my God. I there's so much. We're talking about generational like labeling, things like that. Like, on this show we've labeled the boomers the know nothing generation. Gen Z is the hair nation generation, I'm gonna call them, because they wore spandex and did that shit.
Yeah.
They loved it. Now,
colors and all.
I love the representation here because most of us are, I'm calling it
Snick
Midnight Society generation or Snick generation. One of those two, both perfect.
We're all Snickers, get it?
Except for a certain person who shall be pulled up real quick.
Awesome.
This youngin right here, and you can tell he's young because of the outfit he's wearing.
Yeah, but look at his Thing poster, man. He's got a Thing poster, so that just
and
that's a beautiful painting too.
That It poster's killer, also.
Yep, Twilight Zone. I love it.
Actually, the same artist who did. I'll talk about that in a second when I show it, when I pull it back up. But this is the same outfit we wore when we were his age, except for maybe Dan. Dan was getting laid. He was naked all the time.
Oh my god, it's so embarrassing.
I was never naked, Dan, so it's fine.
This man straight up pulled out a bottle. Like Dan has like a martini glass. He's got a tie on, a beautiful sweater. This man pulled a bottle, and I keep looking at him swig from the bottle, and I'm like,
"What is it though?"
That was me when I was your age.
Irish whiskey called Dead Rabbit.
Oh,
nice! I love Dead Rabbit.
Yep, it's great.
No, you get out of here. You go back down that corner. Everybody stop stealing my shit. But the Scene Snobs painting.
Can't let you drink Irish whiskey alone.
Oh my god! But look at it. Look at the generational gap on that one. Like Jameson. Like I love it. I love it because when I look at Paul and how he is right now, I miss being that way. Now I have toys. I don't even have alcohol in my house. I have toys. I have to buy beer every once in a while because I get chug contests from Dan over here. Dan will send me a video saying, "Cheers, it's Friday, boys," and I'm like, I gotta go drink. I can't let you do it alone. But real quick before we kind of get to the last topic, to talk about the paintings that are behind you, Paul, and actually right above my shoulder is the Scene Snobs painting. You guys have probably seen it when you watch the shows. Tell us about your artist friend who did those.
So yeah, I have a coworker and his name is Gage. And he actually does all this. He does street graffiti. It's Gage DeWolf if you look him up on Instagram. And he does almost anything you can think of. He does more cartoony and anime graffiti styles. But earlier last year, he asked him if he'd do some horror, and he just went ahead and just did all of it for me. And I love it all.
And I love the Scene Snobs. I have Casey's too, still.
Yeah, I've been over there 3 times and still either do not get it or
I forget. You got to remind me. But no, I do. I love it. But all right, so I figure we'll finish off tonight. Wait, you son of a bitch, Jason! Did you get a Ecto one too? Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Absolutely.
Very cool. All right, it's over there now. But anyway, off topic. The last topic for the evening, gentlemen.
Master statement.
And you love it. You know you love it is. If you could make one fictional thing or a thing from your past that doesn't exist anymore exist today, what would that thing be?
Video stores. As soon as you sent that in the chat, that's the first thing that came to me. I miss the experience of going to the video store. It is not the same as flipping through Netflix because you'll spend more time flipping through Netflix than you will actually watching the movie.
Yep.
Back in the video store days, you only had a certain amount of time inside video store. So you got your movies for the weekend. You knew what you were watching, and you get to interact with other film fans, get recommendations face to face. Because it's hard to look at a review site like Rotten Tomatoes or any reviews in general because they don't know your taste, and you got to figure all that stuff out. But when you got a friend and you know what they're thinking, you can recommend movies a lot easier to them. And I miss the movie theater. It's just like when I saw Jackass 4, I was in the theater like laughing and in a shared experience and everybody was clapping and cheering. And it just that the video store experience is something I miss more than anything in the world.
Yeah. That's like the whole, that's what this is. That's what we do for the Scene Snobs. The whole mission statement for the Scene Snobs is feel like you did when you were hanging out at the video store with your friends. Just talking about movies. Or that vibe of like when you got out of a movie at the movie theater and you just all stood in a circle and talked. Like that's what I like this to be.
God, I miss doing that so much.
That's so much.
I go to the library sometimes just to get my fix of pretending I'm in a video store, but it's not the same.
Yeah, because you have to read that junk.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
so much extra time.
No, they have movies.
It's also
in
weird
the
when you
library.
flat up next to somebody and like, I've read that book, and then they're like, Okay.
Like
When
you
they
can-
walk to the next aisle.
You're in the
Like,
library.
it's
Be
so different
quiet. Shut
because
up.
in the video store, I can feel really smart holding some, I don't know, some random movie that makes me feel intelligent, like Immortal Beloved. But then if I go into the books, like I'll go to the library and try to hold Ulysses and explain people that, and it's just I'm dumb. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's not the
I'll
same.
talk to you about
It's not a
anytime
real
you wanna talk about
thing,
Ulysses,
Casey.
I'll talk to you about Ulysses, Casey. Anytime.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, let's discuss Joyce.
Oh,
It was so easy.
The smart guys who don't masturbate know about you.
They got all that free time. They had to read. They had to do something.
I don't collect nudie magazines. I read about, Jason and shit.
Brother, man, I started reading some H.G. Wells and I get pretty fired up, if you know what I'm saying.
Don't try to get into the sci-fi aspect. You're reading that old shit, and we're jerking off to
H.G. Wells has a lot of blue. He wrote a lot of blue stories, man. He had some real crazy times in India, and he loved letting everyone know about him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're not turning it into this. I'm gonna take you guys into the green room. We're not getting into that smart shit. It was literally like, what will you bring back? And you guys are talking about books that still exist. Mr. Shake says Ecto Cooler.
She stole it. That was mine. She stole mine.
Well, go on, my friend.
What's nice
I
though with
love
Ecto
it.
Cooler is it pops up every time they make a Ghostbusters movie. So
But the problem is this: that the formula. So, do you guys know LA Beast?
No.
I've heard of it. I don't
What is
remember
it? Magazine?
It's LA Beast is a YouTuber. He's been around on YouTube for over a decade now. He does like food challenges and stuff.
Oh.
She said so. Jesse said PB Crisp. He actually recently opened a bag of PB Crisps and ate them from like 1988.
yeah,
Wow.
they do
I've
that
never
on,
had PB Crisps.
They do that on GMM too.
Yeah.
That's just like when they reopened the Pepsi Clear bottle.
He
And
was
it-
responsible for that. He started that whole message to take Pepsi Clear back. He was like the impetus for it. But
then
with
unfortunately
Ecto
it failed.
Cooler, when they was it 2016 the Ghostbusters
I like it, Jesse.
all female cast, was that what it was?
No, that doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but when that came out, so that they compared the formulas between the two, and they're just not the same.
Exactly. You're 100% right about that. It's just not the same.
And like
Way
it's,
less
that
sugar,
original
probably.
one had somehow more sugar.
Because it was better. It was better.
So,
The original
lots of
one was
food
way
dyes
better
and-
than the shitty 2016 one.
All right, you guys were
Oh,
nerds in the '90s. Nobody remembers this drink except for me. Do you
Sorry.
guys remember
I
Kick?
have to apologize to Dan because I thought we were talking about Ghostbusters. He was talking about Ecto Cooler. My apologies.
Do you guys remember Kick?
yeah.
Thank
Kick?
you. Somebody
Kick.
finally. Like nobody ever
I do.
remembers Kick. I loved Kick.
I don't like.
I don't
what was
remember
the? Oh, what was the
that like
commercial
the
for it?
Mountain Dew
There's a
version?
genie movie with Sinbad that I remember from childhood that I watched.
It was Shazam.
She loves the whole like. what do
Miranda,
they
that
call
was
it?
not a bad Mandela joke.
There's no such thing as a bad Mandela joke.
Yeah, she loves that Mandela effect stuff, man. She's into it.
It's I definitely it is.
I
Little,
definitely
it's
believe there
getting
was a
jarring.
shift in like the entire space-time continuum because I remember Shazam. It was not Kazam with shit.
All right, we're done.
Maybe it was a commercial.
Sinbad himself came out and said it's not a real movie. You're remembering Kazam. I never played a genie.
No chance. He's clearly been lied to.
No, just remember
He was
him
acting.
Just really
He
high.
was a part of the shit.
Really high.
Right.
remember
He got
him for
lost
his
with women always be shopping, and at that point, it just kept going.
I'm really curious to hear the millennial side of this.
Yeah,
Well, I was
go.
gonna say the movie stores because that used to be my favorite thing on Friday because we had a family store that we went to every Friday. They had 4 kids movies for $5 for 5 days, and so as a kid, that was the go-to.
Yeah.
And I worked at one my earlier years in high school before Redbox took them out, and that was my favorite thing to be able to talk to people, kind of like what you were saying, because someone could say, "I like these 3 movies," and then based off that, I could give them, almost 10 recommendations just off the cuff. And it was nice being able. Go ahead.
This conversation, Paul, is so millennial that he said Redbox took out video stores. Was not Redbox.
Netflix. Redbox was like the comeback post Netflix.
If anything, Redbox was like that. We're going to hold on just a little bit longer.
We're fine. We know there's some old people who aren't quite ready for this, so we got you, Redbox.
I noticed
that's a good sentiment, man. Like
Right.
there was nothing like Friday night. Friday night, you get out of school, you did your homework. Your parents would take you to the movie store. You'd get an NES game and a pizza, and that's what you had for the weekend. It didn't matter how shitty that NES game was either. You were playing that game all weekend after you got your homework done.
Bro,
Like,
Rad Racer was amazing, and all you were doing was going 3 lanes, and it was one of my favorites, man.
I rented Gilligan's Island once, the NES game, and I was so mad that I was stuck with that for the weekend because Gilligan kept falling down the freaking holes, and yeah, it was awful.
Jesus, you're the only person who's ever played the Gilligan Island game. So I will say this. Those are what I missed from back in the day. Like when you're in junior high, high school era, and you and your friends, even a little younger, and you and your friends Friday nights spent time at one person's house playing NHL 96 or some shit like that and drinking Mountain Dew and like eating pizza and just like, and it felt like the night wasn't going to end. Or you ended up sleeping over and like it was just like the next day you're playing video games again. Like those were the times. And that's what we bring to you here on the Scene Snobs. So subscribe. So no, all right. So cheap ploy, but whatever. I will say that is the vibe, the feel that I always loved and I miss. Those were the good times. Those were the memories.
The people you would bump into that maybe you were kind of semi-friendly with in school, and then you like suddenly bond over something because you were out of the house hanging out with them, and at the movie store. Everything happened at the movie store. It became such a cool little crux of meeting people and hanging out with friends. So
we had a record store.
The one place that I still get that feeling from is cons. I've always loved going to cons. Yes. Why I started podcasting, because I was like, man, this is fun. Like, I want to keep talking with friends about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the cons are always wonderful. All right, I'm getting there. Come on. Remember when you made it when you got your Blockbuster card? I still have mine. It's in my wallet. I have my Blockbuster and my Hollywood video card. And somewhere packed in a box, I have my Premier video card, which was the small mom and pop video store in my town before Blockbuster knocked them out that I worked at when I was 18.
Yeah, we had North Star Video.
Kids card?
What?
Fox Kids card that they had in the late 80s, early 90s.
You're going to be 40, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was there. I had one. I was a member of Fox.
I never had that, no.
I don't know what the Fox Kids card was.
Did they advertise it after X-Men or something like that? Was that
right?
Probably.
No, I was a member of that. What was the
Jason had all the
sports
cool
show
stuff.
that was on NBC? That was like Summer Sanders and
Inside NBA. Inside NBA.
Yeah, Inside NBA. I had one of those little membership cards, and I became a member of their magazine. That was fun to follow along with.
Maybe this is why I got jerk off magazines, is because I was not a member of anything. I had none of these membership cards.
Nick was like, I need somebody.
And then I was busy writing all the stars from California Dreamin' and all of those TNBC shows. Like, I think you're swell.
Oh my
God. Jesse says, I miss Pizza Hut giving me free personal. Oh my God.
Book it, man. Book
it. Yep. Oh my God.
I would just make up books I read.
Remember this, and they still have them, but it's not the same. Remember the Scholastic, pamphlet paper, whatever it was?
Yeah, the Scholastic
folded.
Circle them.
And you're circling them, but you're going for that Goosebumps. You want that Goosebumps, that new one. What's the cover going to be? Oh, those were the days.
Yep.
Man.
It was a good day in school when we got that magazine.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, oh, can I order this? My dad's like, that's not literature. And then I had to read Ulysses. And now that's why I hate Dan every time he says it. No, that is not true at all. That is true, but I don't hate Dan.
FYE.
Yep. FYE was.
We didn't hang out. It was Sam Goody for us.
Oh, Sam Goody. Yep.
We had a local record store, an actual local record store that I would just go there and just sit and not buy anything. I must have annoyed the.
I used to do that too, Dan.
There's a lot of stuff from back in the day that I wouldn't mind my kids experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But they don't exist anymore, so we just.
So I was actually sitting down making my daughter watch "Romeo Must Die" with
Yes.
Jetman,
Oh, nice.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, hell
And
yeah.
there was the scene where Anthony Anderson was in the music store trying to pick up a girl, and you're like, you don't get that anywhere. Well, we're adults now, so that's not how you pick up girls anymore.
No, it's
But-
very different.
Yeah.
But
I still haven't
the
figured
scene
it
of
out.
him
You guys have
standing
to
in the
tell me.
video store picking up a girl, like that's another way like that we've lost social interaction. Video
Mall.
stores, music stores, just buying stuff outside of Amazon.
Absolutely, Jared. And mall is a good example of that. And the malls now are not like they were in the 80s. Like the 80s was the place to hang out at the mall.
It was social.
All right. Who remembers this? Wendy's in the mall had a taco bar.
Taco bar.
Yes.
And that was where you would walk into Wendy's and be like, I want a Frosty, I want a drink, and a taco bar. I don't want anything else. I want a taco
And you were
bar.
a king.
Oh my God. Remember all you can eat pizza at Pizza Hut?
Oh,
I
and
do
all you
remember
can
that.
get
That
in
was
like.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I saw the Detroit Pistons with my uncle. The Detroit Pistons win their first title in the 1980s. I think it was 88 or 89. I saw them win their first title at one, and it was all you can eat Pizza Hut, and I was such a tiny young child. And it's one of my earliest memories, really, that are core was sitting there with my little that Bad Boys basketball was black. Remember,
Yes.
It's black and silver.
Yep.
And like just sitting there cheering the Pistons on, eating all you can eat pizza at Pizza Hut, and they had Pac-Man, the sit down arcade table, Ms. Pac-Man.
So
Nice.
I'll
They
do
did,
you
yeah.
one better. I played Mortal Kombat, the blood version, on arcade in a Pizza Hut.
Nice.
Love it.
And I
Yeah.
remember getting so mad at my mom because she wouldn't give me more quarters to go play the game some more.
Those I missed too. Those were arcades.
Real
Yeah.
arcades.
Hanging out,
Real arcades,
arcades.
yep.
Hanging out at arcades was big too.
Now,
and-
Mick, you're actually close to this. There's a giant arcade bar. In fact, New Jersey, the state of New Jersey has actually trademarked the term arcade bar as a result of this bar. And there's a giant one not that far from you in New Jersey that has 200 arcade machines. And here in Lansing, I worked at one summer. I worked at an arcade. Well, they can't call it an arcade bar because of New Jersey, but I worked at a bar that had arcade machines. So here in Michigan, that's kind of like the hip thing now, is to have a bar that has about 10 arcade machines in it, and the adults have beers, and you go and you play arcade games.
Yeah, there's a place
Looks like
in
they call
Washington, D.C. that has one of those. It's awesome. It's so great. They've got like the old school stand-up X-Men, the old school stand-up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Then they have tournaments. But they have like at the bar, they actually have like N64 controllers too. So you get your $3 Natty Bows and, just bang around with some buddies on Mario Kart. It's wonderful.
The problem with the barcades is that they're all free to play. And back in the day, like how many quarters you spent in the game to beat the game was always a bragging thing. And
yes,
that is like myths. Like,
I don't know,
I beat the Simpsons in 12 quarters. Woohoo!
Not everything I'm reading here. Because all right, so it's funny that you mention it because it is Barcade. It's in Jersey City, which is where I'm from. That is my city. And they do tokens, and they each cost 25 cents. So that one's not. I mean, it's Jersey. It's not going to be free. Nothing's free in Jersey. Maybe in Ohio where all the astronauts are, but not in fucking. Shut up, Jason. And of course, where I grew up, I could go play in a barcade, but now I'm in Virginia with Casey. I like this choice better.
yeah. Hey, we've still got cool stuff in DC.
No, we do. We should open up a barcade.
Bartend for you guys.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Heck yeah. Dan and me behind the pine. Come on.
Gerard and Casey and Mick are opening up a barcade.
Where's my wallet?
Where's
Where's my wallet? Where's that GIF? The
Futurama.
Take my money GIF.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me my money. Take my money.
Jesse says, I once dressed up as a mom to help my friend who got caught stealing in a CD at Sam City at the mall. Somehow security believed it and let me take my kid home instead of pressing charges. It's funny. My dad had when I was a sophomore in high school, I sprouted up. I was like 6'1". I went from 5'6" to 6'1" in like a year. And I hit puberty and I started growing stubble. I couldn't grow a beard, but I grew stubble. So I would throw on my dad's flannels because he had all these flannel jackets and such. And I'd walk straight in to a liquor store, grab some beer, pay for it, and walk out. And everybody's like, "How you doing?" I was like, "I'm 6'1". They're not expecting a high school student to be 6'1". And they never carded me. And then we'd go down to the docks and drink.
Yes.
Awesome.
I love it.
We read Riki Tiki Tavi.
Oh, absolutely watched it. Absolutely watched that
Absolutely
one. Read that
watched it.
one. Oh, that and The Adventures of Rin Tin.
I don't know either of those.
Yeah.
Riki Tiki Timbo, no, sorry, Rich Scripture, Rimbo.
Jesse, we want picks. Yes, we need picks here. We need to know what style of mom clothing did you go with? Was it a sundress?
A muumuu?
A muumuu sundress type. I mean, who knows? At that point, that's what I would have worn.
That's what
That's
I
what I
wear. Are
still
you
wanna
kidding me?
wear.
Wait, I would honestly, for the longest time, when someone would be like, "Oh, I dressed up like a mom," I thought, "What's Eating Gilbert Grape?" Don't know why.
Great
That was
movie.
immediately where I went.
I went to
I mean-
Ladybugs.
Why wouldn't you go with what your mom looks like?
No, never did.
Why would you
Never
go straight
did.
to a movie?
Never did. It immediately.
My mom
became
was
the
5'3" and weighed 100 pounds. There was no way that was happening.
My mom was 6'3".
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, my height. I'm 6'8". Casey knows.
Yep.
She was 6'3", and she was
Mama doll.
in the 80s. She worked in a bank, and so she had the shoulder pads and everything. So like that,
man.
and she wore heels, so it like sprouted her up to 6'5". Yeah, that was definitely a power suit, in my opinion.
I'm glad
Nice.
her pads are gone. I gotta say
That's
that.
awesome.
And now she's like 6'1" because old.
Age.
But
Age. Yep.
maybe she has a 40-year-old son who talks about jerking off on the internet. So
Where's
now,
Hey, step up, Mick. We
Master
didn't talk
shaking.
about having sex after a prayer session.
Prayer, yeah.
all right, listen. I've done a lot of things. There's a lot of stories, and I have a lot of shows left. I can't spell them all right now.
Can't blow his
Casey was
load
there
on
for some of them.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, our Palentine's Day, you get the jerk off. That's it.
That's it.
What do you get?
No
Yeah,
reach.
I call it-
Just one master shake, right?
Just
one.
one.
Oh, what am I doing?
Just
Yeah,
one.
yeah, a master shake. You just got to
Master
ring
shake.
out the old rag, and then
Because
that's
there
it.
can only be one. Ooh, Highlander's a good version of friendship.
That actually, I wouldn't argue that. That is a good one.
Okay.
What's his
Good
name?
tale.
Juan Sanchez? Is that what it is?
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Juan Ramirez, yeah.
That's Juan Ramirez.
He has a Scottish accent, but he's
Is he
Egyptian.
from Spain?
No,
Yeah.
he's Egyptian, but he was in Japan and got a sword there,
Yep.
and he was trained in Spain.
Because he's a Spaniard.
Spaniard. Yeah, but he was originally Egyptian, is how it was told. I don't know. And he came back for the sequel, and it was the greatest. So
Hey, if he can play an Egyptian Spaniard in Scotland with a Scottish accent, I mean, you can be anything you want to be.
that's
He was
true.
the most handsome man in the world when he was 68, I think.
Yep.
Jesus
So
Christ.
we've still got time, guys. I think you're all
Still
incredibly
time.
But,
Not
yeah.
according to Dan, none of us do.
Oh, Jesus.
Dan's like, I was getting laid, man, and then like the rest of us are mongrels who are like,
Oh my
You
God.
know what he's got?
Man,
I can't. I have to balance out. My right arm is too big.
Can't even do it. I can't even do it. I just said his name like in hiccup mode because I just can't even say it. All right. On that note, it's getting that time.
It's getting there.
It's getting that late. Let's go. Let's see Jesse's comment. I think everybody just kind of checked out. AJ hasn't talked. Radar hasn't talked. Like all of our. I promise you, we're coming back next week. We will not talk about Master Shaking. That was for
Yes, we will.
Palentine's
you
Day.
can't make that promise, Mick.
I can't make that promise. on
Well,
the
and that's
show.
the joy of Valentine's Day, man. We all get to razz on each other, mess with each other. It's just a pleasure to be hanging in y'all's company. So
Oh,
that's
dude,
what
I
it's showing.
love doing
Same.
these shows with you guys. Glad we didn't have to wait till next Christmas to do another big show.
right?
And Dan
Yeah.
is freaking hysterical. I love Dan, and I'm sad we didn't get a flow story today, but it is what it is.
There
It's
was
hard to
no
work one in,
Tim to
it's hard
add
work
to
one
it.
in.
You need Tim to add to the.
Get the
It's like a
fact check.
backup music
No.
to the song. Where
I
Hank
can
says-
tell a really quick Tim story if you guys want.
Ooh.
Yes.
Of course we won it. Of course.
So my brother came to visit me a bunch when I was in college, and we brought up earlier I feel like, so Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, your generation's version of the Pie Fucker movie.
American Pie.
American Pie.
So your would be the vehicle with McLovin.
Superbad, yeah.
Superbad, right?
Right.
So my brother really wanted to see Superbad. He comes to see me when I'm at college. So we go to the theater with one of my friends. And we get up there, and I'm obviously, I think I'm like 24, and he's 16. So he's not. It's RR, and he can't get in. But I thought I would just be able to get him in. And so the guy stops at the gate, and he's like, "We can't let him in because his parents aren't here." And I was like, "What do you mean his parents aren't here?" He's like, "His parents are here." And I'm like, "I'm his parent." It's like, "You're not his parent." I'm like, "Our parents are dead." He's my my buddy had to walk away because he was just gonna bust out fucking
Right.
My brother knows. My brother knows when I get into this mode where I'm just selling it full out that like you just play along, and so he just sort of sits there quiet. And I was like, "So are you gonna actually like confront me around about the fact that my parents are dead? Or are you gonna let us go see this movie because I take care of this young man every day?" And my friend that was with us was just pissing himself laughing the whole time. And the guy's like, "I got to get my manager." I was like, "You're going to get your manager because I take care of my younger brother every day."
Right.
His parents are already, and I just went full send with it. And like,
How much work do you want?
to go see the movie. I think because it was easier because I was ready to go full Karen on these people. Just like, I'm getting my brother into this movie, damn it. I already said my parents are dead. Do I need to say something else?
So you went like full
Jesus.
Scott Wolf from Party of Five? Just committed to it?
Oh my God, you should have Party of Five that.
That's a cool Big Brother move, though.
Was it's that movie about them cheaters in college.
Okay.
What's that
I
called?
don't
Is it
remember
just
that one.
Cheaters?
But there was a TV show called Cheaters.
No, it was a movie with the guy from Pete and Pete, actually.
Yeah, I don't
The skinny
remember that.
one.
I know what you're talking about. Let me Google it real quick.
Yeah, well, I think it was. Shoot, that was a good one.
Jesse
That
says
movie's
never go
great,
full
and
Karen.
they always like cheat their way through all their classes and
Yeah,
stuff like
yep.
that. It's got Devon Sawa in it.
Yep, there you go. God,
Oh,
what
boy.
was that?
Here we
I
go.
think it was just Cheaters.
There's a
Is
movie
that what it's
called
called?
Cheaters with Jenna Malone. I'm trying to see if Devon Sawa is not in it, though.
No.
Ooh, another good friendship movie is Tag.
Oh, Tag is
Tag was a
great.
good one. Tag was fun.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to you, Dan? Like you just slipped off into the darkness?
Oh,
There
sorry.
it is. There it is.
Slackers.
You know how
Slackers, not cheaters. Slackers.
Slackers.
Yeah, that
Slackers,
was the
okay.
movie I was channeling. Like
Slackers.
they say
Yeah.
it like hide in full sight, and so like in one of the scenes, the guy's like, "I am a commercial airline pilot," and these like girls are giggling about it. And so after that, like anytime I really needed to go full send on something because I needed to just bullshit my way through it, I just was like, "No, I'm gonna hide in plain sight about it. I'm gonna be it as ridiculous as possible, so that way they don't doubt it."
You commit so hard to the absurd that people won't question it. They can't.
They just don't question it.
They get locked into a corner like, I guess. Shit.
We used to do that back in the day when I was in college. We went up to Raleigh, North Carolina, Raleigh dorm, and we were hanging out in like Dukeland. And we were hanging out at this bar, and this dude rolls in, and everybody's like, Ron. Let's just call him Ron. I don't remember his name. He's like, Ron! And like, we're three outsiders from Florida going to college there and like just visiting here. And I was like, watch this. I got up like, Ron, what's going on, man? We had sociology and whatever. This dude ate it and bought us drinks all fucking night.
That's
He
awesome.
thought we were just best friends. And I was like, yep, this is how you become friends. You become friends with Ron. And we went to the parties afterwards and everything. He just didn't know.
You just got to pretend like you're supposed to be there. Act like you belong. If you act like you belong, no one will question you.
Now I act like I belong on the couch because that's where I belong. Been wondering when you were going to unleash the story beast. I love it. But you know, we had a lot of great stories. We had a lot of great talk tonight. It's been a great Palentine's Day special. I want to thank our guests for coming on. I appreciate you. It's been a great time. And we're going to have you all on, of course, again in the future. And less Master Shaken talk for sure. So anybody who's offended by this tonight or at least listening to it later, hey, have you listened to the Scene Snobs before?
Yeah, seriously, how did you wind up here if that offended you?
We are off topic.
Master, shake it out and you'll be fine.
If anything,
we stayed on topic really well tonight. Like,
actually, this is the first time we've stayed on topic in a long
every
time.
box, man.
Got all three of them in.
Yeah. And it's usually, and actually, Casey and I are always so off topic that we actually talked about creating a show special for the Patreon, a live show, where if we don't talk about the topics on the weekly show, we're going to do a Patreon special live show, and where we do talk about the topics.
Yep.
And I can inform you of celebrity deaths in the middle of the fun.
If you so if you want to join the Patreon, join up now. But yeah, that's I just want to thank everybody for jumping on. I really appreciate you. I am going to take you guys out into the green room real quick. We're going to say our goodbyes, do our plugs and stuff like that, and then we'll bring you back on after it's over.
Love you guys.
But if you do have to take off, because I know Jason, you got work and stuff, please feel free. But we do love
coffee.
you guys.
I'm fucked.
Oh, yes.
I did too earlier. But thank you guys for coming on for the Palentine's Day special.
Love you, sexy motherfuckers. It's always a pleasure. You fantastic human beings. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much.
Casey, I can't wait to our pillow time, my friend.
Oh, buddy boy, it's going to be good. I made sure to get a big boppy so we can cuddle proper.
You, me, and a Hallmark all the way. We're going to have a great all-nighter. Woohoo!
I'm so glad I was not invited. Like if you guys had said like pizza and NHL 96, yeah, I'm in, but not Hallmark and cuddle time. I'm gonna go hang out with Dan and
we got to
watch
all
you can come with me.
The princess switches. The princess switch is amazing.
It's me and Casey in a box of tissues, but not the way you're thinking.
Oh my God, we're gonna master shaking all night. All right, we'll see you guys later. Let's take them out. Casey, that was a hell of a time. A great Palentine special.
A fantastic Palentine special. It's so great when we get the opportunity to hang out with our pals. Everybody who was able to be on live, everyone who's listening, and everybody who was able to comment along. We appreciate you all.
Yes, thank you guys. Remember to go check out thescenesnobs.com. We have the Discord open now. Please join in. We have a great community of geeks. We're talking about everything on there. Come on and have some fun. Connect with us because we do this over there. So it's free to join. If you are interested in joining our Patreon, getting perks and stuff like that, go check it out again on thescenesnobs.com. Check out any one of our shows. If you like this video and you're watching it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. If you're listening to the podcast later, please think about rate and review us. It helps us go a long way, and we truly appreciate it.
It's always great when you can rate us, and whatever you have to say, even if you didn't like this show, remember to bang on that 5 stars and tell us how awful we were.
That's true too, but replace awful with great.
Whatever feels good. I'm not going to tell you how to live your lives. After
but I
those
think
5 stars, whatever feels right.
The best way to end the show is with a little Miller advice. Can you supply us with some Miller advice, sir?
Well, kid, if you don't let shit follow you around, you'll probably figure things out and be better in life. Remember to take care of yourself, love the people you love, show them how much you love them, and don't let them turn into proto-molecule monsters. Be good and be kind to yourselves.
Take care, guys. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.